What's up, internets? This is your boy, Trill Boy. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Last Slice podcast. Make sure to check out our social media accounts. We're on Instagram at the Last Slice Podcast, Facebook, the Last Slice Podcast, and Twitter at the Last Slice with 2 E's. Enjoy the show.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back to another episode of the Last Slice Podcast. It's your boy Jimbo the Kid. I'm joined with Trill Boy.
Yo, what's going on, internets?
And we got the cat in the building. We got Bodega Cat.
Young, Latin, and friendly.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Last Slice Podcast. Today we have a bunch of topics to talk about. Yes, sir. There is a lot of things that have been happening that we haven't really covered in a bit. So what do you want to talk about first? What's piquing everyone's interest right now?
I don't know.
Where do we start?
I don't know if you want to start hot and heavy or work our way up the mountain of this crazy world.
I mean, there is a lot of things that have been happening.
We are called the Last Slice Podcast, so I got to tell y'all something. I'm on a new diet kick currently. Mm-hmm. Cauliflower pizza is delicious.
It's good?
It's so good.
Yeah, it is.
It's so good.
Never had it.
I had it for the first time the other day, and I was amazed.
Yeah.
I had it in Jersey, unfortunately. I couldn't get it in New York, but I tried it out, and I got to say, for a makeshift pizza, cauliflower pizza is where it's at.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Try it out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Look at this.
We got a ghost.
We got a ghost. Look at this.
We got a ghost.
Hey, Casper,
Look at this.
We got a special guest.
Look, special guest. She's not even a guest. She's on the show permanently.
This dog is always.
We got to start cutting her checks.
She's like this dude from Jimmy Kimmel.
Who?
What's his name?
Oh, Guillermo.
Guillermo.
We have a real Guillermo. Look at her. She's just on crack today.
She is on crack.
She's gonna tear down the studio.
Oh my god.
She's literally the fourth member of this show.
She's like the mascot.
She is.
Oh my god.
We should really come out with like puppets, like a doll of Bella, just so we could sell.
Like the dog from back.
It'll be her with a pizza slice
With
in
a
her
pizza
mouth.
slice in her mouth, or like a pizza box. That
She's
we
our
have in our
mascot.
logo.
She's our official mascot.
Yep. Little mascot over here. Oh, boy.
Little Mogwai. But yeah, definitely go try cauliflower pizza. It's a great and healthy alternative. I highly recommend it. A little.
Do they use dough still, or
No, it's like eggs, cauliflower. I think maybe actual flour, and that's it. Like
that's it?
But it's kind of like crispy, crunchy, almost like a cracker. It's not a thick crust; it's a thin crust. But it was so good, and it has a flavor.
Really?
That's what I liked about it. It was like a dough with a flavor.
If you really want to try a good one, order the cauliflower pizza from the spot where my sister ordered from, Lay's.
Yeah,
Mad
really good.
Yeah, it's mad good.
Listen, gluten-free pizza is a sin. We don't eat that shit. Gluten-free is a fucking sin. All right? Anyone who comes to a pizza shop and asks for gluten-free, smack them in the face. All
A
right?
demon, bro, for that.
But cauliflower, I fucks with it. I could get behind that.
Yeah, that's some good stuff right there.
Yeah. Now that I got that out.
All right.
So where are we starting?
Where do we
off?
start? I mean, I feel like everything that's been happening so far in the world is absolutely crazy. This is definitely wild times. There's a lot of things that have happened, with vaccine passports, checking IDs. We got that. We got Afghanistan.
High five for being half vaxxed.
Yeah, half. That's it. I'm not going back
We're
either.
half vaxxed. I don't know
I'm not
about
going to take my second shot.
I don't know about this one over here.
Yeah. But like I was saying before, we were talking earlier before the show. I mean, I am pro-choice. Even though I am vaccinated, I have one shot. I still have to take the second shot. I'm all, if it's your choice to say, hey, listen, I don't trust it, then that's your choice. Who am I to say, who's the government to say, all right, you have to go get vaccinated? Because now they're holding people hostage saying, well, You were saying that you know someone who works in a hospital, and that they're giving them a timeline to having the vaccine, and if not, then they no longer work there.
Correct.
So you're basically extorting people,
correct,
to get something that they don't want to do. And now they're jeopardizing their career, or they're going to be financially, struggling to pay their bills.
And Trill, what were you saying about those people who refuse to get the vax?
Oh, so I believe it's only in New York right now. If you refuse to get the vaccine and you get fired, you are not eligible for unemployment.
So where does that leave people? They have to now be forced to get something that they don't want to
live.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
It's fucked up. It's like literally putting people's jobs on the line. Like, oh, if you don't do this, you're done.
And I know that there's the Delta variant going around, which is people getting cases. I know people who already tested positive for COVID for the variant.
Shout out to our boy Mad Cow. I hope you get better.
And
no boy.
And I know that it's the virus is real. So I'm not saying that this thing's a hoax. I'm not anti-vax. I believe that people have the choice to making their own decision. But to be forcing people to do things that they don't want to do, it's just completely just against what this country's about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling, like me, how I see it is the same thing with like abortion and stuff like that. It's like you have a choice or whatever. You can't force someone to have the baby. They can't like not have or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just like crazy. Like,
it's the same argument. It's who are we? Who's the government to say, hey, listen, we need you? For instance, with Bill de Blasio, he said that there's keys to the city for you. If you get the key, which is the vaccine, then you can open up all these doors. Who the fuck are you?
Seriously,
bro. Who the fuck are you?
You don't dictate what New York does. You're New York.
You're a governor. First of all, we voted you in. Okay? Whether that be me, whether that be whoever, we voted you the fuck in. Who the fuck are you to tell people, hey, you can't go into a restaurant, you can't go into a stadium, you can't go and do this, you can't go do that. Who are you?
And you could get booted out just like Cuomo, bro. Don't think you're
get him out of here like Cuomo.
Don't
get him
think
out.
You're safe.
Get him out of here.
You ain't safe.
Oh my god.
And get your father's name off the fucking Tappan Zee Bridge.
Tappan Zee Bridge for life.
You think that's gonna happen though?
I think it's
hope
gonna
so.
happen.
There's gotta be.
Yeah,
there has to
a lot of people signing it. Yeah,
because he's the one who like put in the order to have that bridge named after his father, right?
Yeah.
So they have to get rid of that name off that damn bridge.
Well, there's enough petitions going around that people want it back. It's the Tappan Zee Bridge.
Bring it back to the
every
Tappan
time
Zee.
I cross the Tappan Zee, a girl gets sodomized.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So not only did Cuomo lose his job, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think every New Yorker is happy that he's completely gone. But now they have Gavin Newsom in California that's about to get recalled.
No. It's happening?
Yeah. And the person who might be the runner-up or in competition with him, I forgot the gentleman's name, but he's a conservative. So that they might vote in a Republican governor after Gavin Newsom if they get enough signs.
Because before, Schwarzenegger, he was Republican. He was a Republican
But that's
governor.
fake, bro. He was a fake governor. He was a fake governor. He's a fake governor.
Oh, man.
But California's a shit show. New York's a shit show.
Yeah, the big metropolitan cities in the U.S. are like all a shit show right now.
Yeah, they're stripping everybody's liberties away from them.
Going to Florida is like entering zombies in Call of Duty right now. Trill boy.
No, it's like going into the Army of the Dead, the movie from Netflix. That's how it was. Like, literally. It was like crazy down there, though, to be honest. Like, I was really expecting like everyone to be like, no masks, this and that. But like, surprisingly, there was like 50-50. Like, I was like amongst like the locals and stuff like that, going to like the grocery stores and all these other like Target. And you have people still wearing masks down there and stuff like that. So I was really surprised. Like, I thought everyone was going to be like, no, fuck the mask. You don't need it.
Yeah.
This and that. But there's actually people, Floridians, that are wearing like masks and stuff like that down there.
But the state left it for the individual choice
Yeah.
to wear a mask or don't wear a mask.
Yep.
Right? They're not mandating. They're not telling them, hey, you need to go get vaccinated or you lose your fucking job.
So at the same time, in doing that, right, giving people the choice, look at their numbers now, right? Look how fucked up they are with Delta and how many cases they got. So is it better to let us make the choice, or is it better to be forced?
I don't know.
Personal choice in life.
At the end of the day,
choices.
I think at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own well-being and whatnot. You don't need a government to come in and be like, oh, I'm going to take care of you, this and that. I'm like, that's not really how America works.
Yeah.
It's the land of the free. You pretty much...
If you walked around and you had the virus, right? You contracted the virus and you're walking around and you gave it to all these people who are either not vaccinated or wearing a mask, right? That is your choice. And now if you succumb to the virus and you are now in the hospital, in the ER, you're in ICU, and you're about to go out, that is on you. That is on nobody else but yourself. Yep. And when you spread it around to everybody else, you have to live with knowing that you are the one responsible for spreading the virus, right? So, like, this is the thing. That's for elderly people, yes, I get it, right?
Right. Which Florida has a huge population.
But how about this? Old people just don't go out.
Or wear a mask.
Don't go out.
Can we get DoorDash for the elderly, please?
Yeah, don't go out. Stay home. Stay home. Why do you have to go out? Don't go out.
Instacart elderly.
Yeah, just don't go out. Don't go out. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but you know what I'm saying?
A lot of them down there were playing it smart. They were wearing their masks and stuff like that. Or like just
Taking
going to the
precautions.
store for the necessities. That's it. Not doing anything else. Not roaming around.
I mean, half of them shouldn't be driving to begin with. So.
Oh, that's another conversation within itself. I personally believe that once you hit 70 years old, you should not be driving.
No.
Period.
No.
Most of the accidents that I have seen so far are just literally people not even knowing that they're driving.
If you can't see a foot away from you, you should not be driving.
If you hit something and you're looking around like what happened and you're confused, you shouldn't be driving. You should not be driving.
Like, have you seen that one video? Like, it's an old video that always circulates on Instagram, and it's an old guy and his like son in the car, and they're driving,
fell
and the
asleep.
son is sleeping, and the father just like falls asleep, and then automatically wakes up and makes up a whole story. He's like, "This motherfucker cut me off, this and that." He's like,
And he didn't. And the video clearly shows that nobody cut him off. He literally was falling asleep. And he went
best
to
video of
merge.
all time.
Yeah, and the kid woke up and he's like, "What the fuck is the matter with you? Pull over, pull over!"
And he's like, "This fucking guy cut me off, this and that." Like, oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, that's another thing that's very dangerous, and I don't understand why they allow these senior citizens to be driving at 85 years old.
Yeah, that's wild.
I seen a lady completely sideswipe a Nissan, brand new Nissan. It was brand new because the guy had templates on. She turned around the corner so hard, she fucking swiped the back bumper. The whole bumper came off. The whole bumper.
No.
Did not feel a thing, kept driving. And good thing she was so old that she was driving below the speed limit. The people chased her down the block, confused, had no idea that she just completely destroyed this brand new car.
Only in the Bronx?
Only in the Bronx.
Only in the Bronx.
Only the Bronx is a wild place right now.
What was the thing that you said about the weasel from Suicide Squad?
So if you guys saw the new Suicide Squad, which it was very good, I enjoyed it. That's the official animal of the Bronx, that weasel.
Oh, wow.
That weasel,
Yeah.
that's the official animal of the Bronx right now.
I don't know whether to respect it or feel some type of way about this.
Where he's just, wow. Did you watch the movie?
Yeah, you motherfucker.
Okay, so you saw the ending? Did you watch the movie?
I didn't watch it all the way through. I only watched half.
halfway.
I can't ruin it then.
I only watched halfway.
Unless you're going to ruin it. Unless you want me to ruin it.
No, absolutely. Because I want to watch it, but that was pretty.
All right, stay after the credits. It's freaking hilarious.
That's pretty fucked up. But I can understand why. I can understand why.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
that
that
weasel. The weasel is the official mascot of the Bronx.
Oh my god, I can't.
I like the rat.
Oh, the rat girl?
Oh, the rat girl?
Yeah, is that rat waving at me? She's like, and it's on his shoulder, and he's like,
like Peter Piper.
Oh my god! And then what was it that the one of the earlier scenes in the movie when like Idris was like yelling at the shark, and the rats came out of nowhere. He's like, "Yeah, what the fuck is all these rats?" Mama? I was like, "Oh my god!" I was dying, bro.
Yeah, whoever played that shark, kudos. That was a good.
That was Sylvester Stallone.
That was Sylvester. When you guys finish it, I really enjoyed it. It's honestly a lot better than the first one. Confusing a little bit, but it's a lot better than the first one around.
I like the beginning of it. I like
Oh my god, it was just craziness from the beginning. Like
people are dropping, everybody's just like dying.
oh my god, when they were coming out of the helicopter.
Yeah, it was wild.
Wait,
They're like, you didn't tell me the weasel can't swim.
wait till you see Polka Dot Man. You're gonna laugh.
Oh yeah, I saw him. I saw him a little
God.
bit. I saw when he did his special ability, and he was like, "Wow, he really does throw polka dots."
Did you see how he does it?
No.
He imagines his mother as his enemies.
Oh yeah, that's what he said when he was going up to the hut or whatever. Oh my god!
And they killed literally all those people who are the fucking resistance fighters, and they killed all of
she
them.
was like, "You killed my whole family."
Crazy. It was good writing. It was James Gunn.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Solid.
it was great. Oh man.
Oh man.
Speaking of DC, you saw that Scarlet Witch. They're trying to get her to play Poison Ivy. I mean Scarlet Witch.
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. They're trying to get her to play Poison Ivy in the Harley Quinn Poison Ivy movie.
So
I could see it.
after the whole Marvel debacle.
She's out her contract now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So literally after that movie, that was it. Mm-hmm. That's why like Disney's like just turning a blind eye on the whole situation. They're like, like we're not gonna really deal with it.
Yeah.
And whatnot because they're not gonna bring her back or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they already have like the contingency plan of using now the sister as the new Black Widow.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So,
Really?
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna be like another Gina Carano. Just
Ben Affleck was spotted dressed up as Batman.
for what?
For the Flash movie.
What?
He's on a bike.
He's on a bike.
What?
Yep.
So they probably got him out of retirement.
What?
And I'm actually upset because if you guys watched one of our episodes with DJ Sim, he was the first one to say, I don't like spoilers. I don't like people ruining things. And you know what he did? He sent me the fucking picture.
The article?
And he goes, this is what bothers me, people who do these type of things. And ruined the surprise for me. And he was like, instantly regretted it. He was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't even say anything. He's like, I'm sorry I'm sharing this, but I'm upset about it. It's like, well, thanks for ruining it for me. Because now I know he's coming back. So when I'm watching Flash, I know he's going to be in it. Thanks for the surprise.
Oh my god.
I was excited, but then I was bummed out. I was like, I'm waiting for, I want to watch him come back and
Well, someone else
people up.
Someone else is coming back. I know that. I thought they announced, but I don't know what movie he's going to be in. I don't know.
yeah.
Don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
don't
started watching Doom Patrol and Titans.
What, the DC shows on?
Yeah, I just started watching. They're pretty good.
You started watching Titans?
Yeah. Hold on.
How crazy is Titans?
Good. I have a PSA. I met a celebrity a couple of weeks ago, and now the internet's going crazy over him. And let me say, as my experience with him, he's the nicest, most genuine person I've ever met in my life. Brendan Fraser.
From The Mummy.
Right.
Oh, he's playing this dude in that show.
He plays the robot in Doom Patrol. So everyone's going crazy because he's doing a new movie with Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro in them. And he announced it. And, this girl in this interview was like, the internet loves you. They hope you succeed. He has been my favorite actor. Bedazzled, Monkey Bone, the Mummy series, Biodome. He's an amazing actor.
George of the Jungle.
Yeah, George of the Jungle. Wow. Yeah. And when I saw him, I said, I was like, oh, I'm a big fan of yours, And I started naming movies left and right. And he just goes, you just named my whole library. And I was like, yeah. I was like, you're pretty good, Such a nice guy. So appreciated.
Yeah, he lives in upstate New York. I think he lives like a little bit upstate.
Yeah. So
has, like, a ranch.
appreciative, so genuine, great guy. The internet, please save Brendan Fraser. Let's save this man's career.
Bring him back to Hollywood.
Let's bring him back. We need
him
more
back to
people
Hollywood.
like him.
Bring him
in
back
Hollywood.
like we brought back Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Because that guy came back hard.
Oh yeah, bro.
He came out of nowhere.
Now he's in
swinging.
like a whole bunch of shit and whatnot.
Well, John
And then-
Wick really catapulted him.
and they're making another one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
that's crazy.
Keanu Reeves.
That's
He
crazy.
used to be like a terrible actor, in my opinion. That was my opinion. That's
Yeah,
I
Bill
think
and Ted's is kind
I liked him in.
With a new one?
Oh, I didn't watch
the
that
new
one.
one was garbage.
Yeah, no.
I do like him in Point Break
Yes.
with what's his name, blonde hair guy, Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
Passed away.
What was the devil movie he did with Robert De Niro?
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a wild movie.
That's wild.
Great.
That's a
movie.
crazy. Al Pacino did a phenomenal job at that movie,
That shit is
Great
wild.
movie.
playing the devil.
Have you guys watched that movie that was similar to like John Wick? I think it's from the same creators. The movie Nobody.
Yes, I just watched it.
I just watched it too, and so,
So
did that.
good.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
good.
it's crazy.
The
Is
same
that the
thing.
Guy Ritchie movie?
I think so, something
Yeah.
like that.
Really good.
It's something. I think it's from the people who did John Wick. It's very similar to it, but like it has like a different take to it. Bro, it's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it. This shit is nuts.
Yeah, I liked the first John Wick. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Really well done. He didn't speak that much. He just killed.
No, the second one was nuts with the Italian family.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
You didn't watch the second
I
one?
didn't watch the second one. No,
Did you watch the third one?
no.
Bro, you gotta watch them.
I know.
Bro.
I was good. All set with one.
With the first one?
It gets better
Bro.
each one. Like it gets better with each one.
The one with the Italian family, that shit was nuts. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy.
And then the guy at the hotel, Mr. Wick.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah, he's great. He's an awesome actor. But
So I was watching, trying to figure out Battlefield, the new one. They're saying there should be a gameplay trailer coming out soon. I don't know if it came out yet because I'm on TikTok and I see a lot of gameplay features for the new Battlefield,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's literally the gameplay.
When's the game dropping?
Should be soon, sometime
Yeah.
this year.
think holiday time.
There should be a trailer by September, I would say.
Yeah, they
Just to
came
start
out
ramping
with
it up.
I think the developers came out with this idea that you can access different Battlefield games and play as those characters during multiplayer. So like World War II, if you want to like play as a World War II character, you can play against a modern Battlefield character and clash like that with that different type of weapon system.
That's pretty cool.
That would be interesting. Like you're giving players the freedom to be like, "Wow, we can play whoever we want, and literally change it up."
You gotta
That'd
understand.
be dope.
A lot of gamers today, right now, we're all pissed off with Call of Duty, right? I've been pissed off for years with Call of Duty. I kind of stopped playing it for a
I
little
think
bit.
they did a great job with Warzone. You
Warzone's
still
good.
have
No, it's
people
good.
playing that. You have streamers playing it. They did a phenomenal job. And
Most recently, though, they boycotted it. Did you hear about that?
no.
Yeah. There's
So
a lot of boycott.
Twitch streamers boycotted Warzone because
Can
there's
I
a lot of-
assume?
Huh?
Can I assume?
Yeah.
Cheaters?
Yes.
Hackers?
Hackers.
Of course.
Hackers.
Yeah. How do you? First of all, how do you stop that?
You're supposed to have an anti-cheat system.
Yeah, but if you have hackers that know the system to bypass the system, how do you stop it? There was a funny meme that I saw, and it was it was like when you're playing Warzone and the namer tag was like too many accounts,
Yeah.
and you know he's hacking. And it's pretty funny because he's like, yeah, you banned me off this. I still got another account that I can fuck you up in.
So a lot of Twitch streamers banded together and they've all officially like boycotted Warzone until Activision decides to put the money into an anti-cheat system. And it's funny because apparently Activision now is in the talks with Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege has had an anti-cheat system since day one, and that game's been going on for years. So they're actually in the talks with them to get a version of their anti-cheat system for Warzone. Pretty cool, but it's scary to think that a game that was released like years ago, probably like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
is still going hard, and that anti-cheat system is flawless. You'll be playing it in the right-hand corner. It says like millions of names that just got banned. And it's kind of like the developer's way to make fun of those people. So you see their gamer tag in the right hand side. Yeah.
Wow.
So too many accounts, you would see it. It says too many accounts has been banned.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I thought they had an anti-cheat system for Warzone. I thought they put all the cheaters in the same lobby.
They tried to, but
Yeah.
it's just so
working.
weak that it just keeps happening.
So now-
the best person to call these people out, and I think he's did it live in the stream, is Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Is when he calls it out and he I think one time he literally he stood on stream, he got killed by a hacker, and then literally spectated him. The whole
Oh, a
entire
lot of them
time.
are doing them.
They just literally spectate and then they just look at the camera and they're like, "Are you guys gonna fix this? Are you
Yeah.
guys gonna fix this? Look at this guy. He's killing everybody."
Oh,
What are
my
we
God.
doing?
You know what game that they're all going to, though, right?
Apex Legends.
Yep.
I think Nick Merckx just
Bro, I've been
signed
watching
up.
Nick's Mercs
Yeah.
for like the past week.
Yeah, he just-
when he started going
Yeah, he just
on Apex.
Switch over.
Bro, he switched over. He's been addicted. He's been playing 24 hours, 24/7. Bro, it's nuts.
You know who also went over there? Tfue. He's another famous streamer. He just went over there from
Yep.
Warzone and from Fortnite. He's a big Fortnite streamer. Yeah, I mean, kudos to Apex.
Yeah, it is a good game. Yeah.
Especially
I
the new
think,
update. Shit's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think once I pay off my credit cards, I think it's time.
What do you think it's time?
Yeah,
New
heard-
system?
You
yeah.
heard it here first.
New rig?
Yeah,
New rig.
I have to, and it's because Hell Let Loose just came up with an update about a week and a half ago, and they just incorporated the Eastern Front. So I don't know if you guys know about this game. I think I talked about it on here. It's the World War II. You guys played it. You hated it because you were lagging.
Because it was early.
Because you had
early.
a weak graphics card.
Wow, I had the best one on the market.
Best one on the market. He was lagging. He got upset because he kept getting killed. And he was upset because he couldn't see the people he was shooting at, which is the whole fucking point. The whole point is you have to shoot in the direction you're getting shot from.
It was like 2D graphics.
And he's like, I can't see anybody. That's the whole fucking point, is for you to relax, bro.
It was
This
like
ain't-
play- it was
this
like
ain't
playing-
Apex. This is not Call of Duty.
It was like playing Call of Duty on an N64.
Oh my God.
No, there's no way. It's Unreal Engine
no
4.
way.
Great graphics. It's got a 9 on Steam. It's
No,
got 9 on
they changed,
Google.
yeah.
It literally, they're doing
Yeah.
well. They have a lot of plans, which is pretty like crazy. They're going to incorporate British forces. They're going to go to the Pacific Theater. They're going to have like Marines, Japanese. Like they're going to bring it to PlayStation 5. They're going to
No.
Yep.
You know what's going to happen though, right?
Well,
Hell Let Loose is going to be another PUBG where it never comes to market.
guy-
It's just going to be always in
It
development.
just broke out at early access when the new update just came out.
Saying, it's never going to get
Bro,
developed.
let me tell you something. All these servers
Yeah.
full.
Yeah. I believe it.
full.
I believe
Servers are
it.
full.
I totally believe it.
The servers are full.
Yeah.
But our boy Maddie was telling us about that, the Eastern Front update and stuff like that
Yeah.
when we were on Discord.
All right, our boy Maddie. plays in it.
Maddie still plays.
Oh, he still plays.
Bro, he still plays.
That's my boy, bro.
Bro, he still plays. He loves it. He's like, dude, they're adding the new Eastern Front, blah 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 update
It's a
on there.
it's a good game. They did a great job on the simple fact that it's a first person shooter. So it's annoying to play Call of Duty sometimes where you get that arcadey feeling where you have this fast paced. It's you're dealing with people who are quick sniping. Unrealistic stuff that just doesn't. They went so far away from what Call of Duty, the first original, and I think that's the point you were saying. That's why people are upset, and that's why people want Call of Duty to go back to World War II. They want Battlefield to go back to World War II, to what made you guys successful, because they created something that nobody's created before, and the gameplay was amazing. But with this game, it's cool because like you literally need to work with every single person in your squad. The squad leader needs to work with every single squad leader from each squad, and then they have to deal with the commander, and the commander has to deal with every single different thing. It's just an in-depth, tactical, realistic game where you can't be running and gunning. You have to literally sit there and strategically work as a team to win the fucking match. And the match is not 10 minutes,
No.
20 minutes.
They're long.
Dude, I played recently 2 games that we came back. We had one strong point and that's it. We literally held that strong point and then broke out of nowhere, won the whole entire match. That other team must have been so fucking pissed because they were minutes away from winning, and we literally blew right past them.
Oh my god!
But the graphics is great. The way they have the characters. The enemies, like the way they die, the way they drop, everything's realistic. So it's, the new maps are amazing. It's an urban style warfare. They're gonna bring in like the tank battles are fucking amazing. Like the tanks and the tanks in there, bro, is so realistic. You have a spotter. That's all he does. I'm sitting in a tank. All you're doing is spotting. All you're doing is literally looking through a scope and seeing if there's any other tanks or if you see any infantry, if you see any ATs, you have to let the driver know. And then there's a turret. So you have to tell, all right, this on the compass, he's right over here hiding. And it's a great game, and I love what they're doing with it. They have a bright future, and they just exited early access. And there's, the cons where sometimes it's just like lags and shit. And, there's a lot of stupid shit that happens.
So, since we're on the topic of war, what's going on in Afghanistan?
Well, I'm glad. I'll let you guys.
You like that segue?
I'll let you guys.
I was gonna put it in a little thing before we got into that.
What you got?
So I got another photo for my crazy archive of stuff when I get fucked up.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
I know you haven't seen it yet, but.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, you got to send me this so I can post this up so they can see it.
This guy, Trill.
What? This is here?
No.
This is in Florida?
Yep.
Jesus.
This guy,
Christ.
Trill.
Fell asleep in the bathroom whole night.
You know how Trill has a good night? He ends up on the floor.
And Anthony didn't even decide to wake you up. He just left you there?
He left me there and gave me a blanket.
Wow. Good for him.
So the picture is Trill passed out on the bathroom floor, like passed out, sleeping. Now, Trill's not like...
Nice. Oh, wow. They did you dirty, bro. You got to send me all these pictures. They did you dirty, bro. That's so wild.
It was bad, bro. Oh, my God.
I'm going to post up the video right over here. I mean, not the video, the picture. And let us know down below if you guys will want us to make that out of a shirt and you can purchase it.
Oh, it's already in production.
Oh, it is? So we're going to be making shirts for the show, and we're going to sell it to you guys. If you're interested, let us know. DM us on Instagram at The Last Slice Podcast. Let us know down below, comment, share it. Let's get this thing going.
I might have the shirt ready for the next episode, so...
Trill just passes out anywhere and everywhere. Like, you know, my one time in Atlantic City when I passed out in front of the hotel door, laying on the ground. Yeah, Trill's like anywhere and everywhere. He just passes out.
I think we all three of us do that.
I've done it. I've done it many. I remember the worst.
You were on a table in a picture. I remember that.
Yeah, I was in Pennsylvania when that happened. I fell asleep in tailgating.
Yep, the tailgating hitch.
I fell asleep into the trailer that we have.
God.
And they locked him up in
and
there.
They locked me in there. I was so fucked up. I was banged up that I was like, I have to go to sleep. So I went to go to sleep behind the gas cans. Yeah. I mean, everybody does it.
Yeah.
The worst I ever gotten with you guys was when he was living up in New York. I got out of his fucking Toyota Corolla. Yep. And I literally lost my footing and I smacked my face on the pavement mad hard because he had an uphill driveway. And when I stepped out, I literally just got out the car and I stutter stepped and my face planted on the floor. Ooh. And I was just like, and then they had to carry me up the stairs. Good times. Good times.
Passing out.
Good times.
Oh my God. That shit was crazy, bro. That was all because of one hit of weed after a long night.
Was that it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I smoked. I think I just drank a lot.
No, from that picture.
That's it? Did you drink?
Yeah, I was drinking like the whole night at dinner and stuff like that. And then we went to like some like outside like bar thing. And then we came back. And then we decided to smoke. I took one hit of the bowl. I got up. I shot up. I was like, bro, I'm not feeling good. I was like, I'm getting the spins right now. And I ran to the bathroom. Bro, I puked my whole brains out in that fucking toilet.
I don't feel good.
I was like, bro, it alerted me. I was like, I'm not feeling good. I need to get up.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
He was like a
Mr.
Tamagotchi.
Stark, I don't feel so good.
He was like a little Tamagotchi with a little warning symbol, like.
Yeah, but the way he
sick.
slept was like literally just perfect.
Like a
position.
crime
It was
scene, bro.
Perfect posture.
We need a chalk outline.
What
What
the-
picture?
Yo,
Bro, it looked like a crime scene.
he looks like if you put him on like one of those pedestrian things, like the pedestrians crossing.
Yeah. We need a chalk outline of that.
He literally looks like the pedestrian like crossing the street on the yellow signs. That's him. Wow, that's
Bro, it was bad.
crazy.
Anthony just left me there and gave me a blanket.
I want to edit that into a video with that music in the background. It goes.
And he's like flying in space. Lord have mercy.
Oh my god.
People got problems.
So bad, bro. Oh my god.
Well, speaking of dead bodies, Afghanistan.
Oh my god, no! Holy smokes. Holy smokes.
All right, so hold on. Here's my interpretation of the situation.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go first.
Let me dumb it down and tell me if I'm correct. Our president signed an order to pull out our troops from Afghanistan, correct?
There was a deal in place that the troops were going to be removed from Afghanistan at a certain point.
They're coming home.
And I want to say that Trump was the one to put that in order,
Okay.
and Joe Biden's the one that pulled the Band-Aid off.
Okay. So our boys went home, right? And then when our boys went home, not fully,
Not
but
fully, yeah.
but when our boys, most of them went home, right? It was like, it wasn't a party in the streets. It was anarchy in the streets, right? So the Taliban came and swooped in, and they were just like, you know, like, you ever seen the movie I Am Legend when the creatures come out from the light turns to dark? That's what happened. It turned to dark, and they were like, we could come out now. And they just started flooding all of Afghanistan, right? So now the Taliban's taking over.
So the it's a lot deeper than that,
Right,
man.
right.
That whole thing
I was trying to dumb it down.
is a lot deeper than that.
It goes all the way back to the Bush administration, right?
It's first of all, it's 4 administrations involved. Every hand's been involved in this situation. What happened was the intelligence was wrong. Completely.
Always.
They said that the Taliban, there was nowhere in sight. Everything was controlled. Everything secured. And they took Afghanistan within 60 days,
Not even.
right?
Probably.
They came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So either they came out of nowhere or they were there and someone lied.
Like sleeper cell type shit.
People were lying about the situation in Afghanistan. Now, here's the thing. How do you destroy an ideology? How do you get rid of an ideology?
You can't?
We've been in that country for 20 fucking years,
Right.
okay?
Right.
We sent our troops there to kill Taliban members.
Right.
Now, in war, there's also casualties, civilian casualties, right? That happens in war. That happens. It happens in combat, right? Now, what happens when that happens? When you kill an innocent civilian, the Taliban's there. Oh, the Americans, they're evil.
Right.
They're evil. Look what they did to your family. Look what they did.
Right.
So you just keep breeding and breeding and breeding more terrorists
They're almost like a union.
because they hate us that we're there.
They're almost like a union. Like a
Yeah,
like
they prey on the people the weak that was most affected during the war, or they just simply believe in what they're preaching,
right.
which is just evil.
Right.
Pure. I mean, that's basically what they are. They're just.
Right.
I mean, they stone women. There's no women rights.
Yeah.
Now there's going to be no women rights. Whatever progress that they made in 20 years, gone out the window. And that's why you see all these images or whatever. But what do you think? I want you guys to go because I wrote something because I'm very pissed off on how all of this has happened in the past fucking week. And I've been following this thoroughly. And I am absolutely livid. I'm pissed at Everything that's been going on with the government just continuously fucking failing the people. They're failing us day in, day out with the fucking vaccines, taking our liberties away. And now we just had men and women sacrifice their fucking lives for 20 fucking years for what?
I gotta tell you something that's gonna make you even madder. Did y'all hear about the 9/11 memorial?
Yeah, the 20th anniversary.
They tried to do that shit last year too.
Did you hear who's not invited?
Who?
FDNY.
None
Firefighters?
of the first responders.
Yeah, first responders are not allowed to go.
So to the memorial that's going to happen this year, the 20-year memorial, none of the first responders that their families passed away during 9/11, right, or they helped out or whatever, none of those families are invited to the memorial because they only want the people who died that were not first responders are getting invites to the memorial. So because the names that they're going to read are just like normal civilian victims. They don't want any firefighters. They don't want any police there. Yeah, I read this shit today and I was like, what the hell? And people are pissed. They're like, how could you allow this? Like, the first responders are what helped 9/11. Now you're only going to read the names of the people that died in the, in the building or in the area. You're not going to read the ones that died saving those people, the ones that died helping those people. Yeah.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Crazy. Insane. And then you heard,
and these people are making these calls, and out of what? What are you gaining at the end of the day?
and you heard they don't want Biden there, right?
They don't.
No, I was reading up something. They were saying that there was a petition to ask the president not to show up. They said they don't want him there for whatever reason.
Well,
why.
if the first responders are not allowed to go there, then the president of the United States also should not be allowed to go there.
Yeah.
What do you think about this
The whole situation? I just think it's all fucked up. I'm like agreeing with you with like, you have fucking our whole military that was there for 20 years fighting and over there and stuff like that, and you had innocent lives just getting like killed left and right just to be in occupation in this area to fend off these people, these terrorists, the Taliban and stuff like that. And then you just decide to just pull out like that. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. And it's fucked up for the actual Afghanistan people and stuff like that over there and whatnot. Now they got to deal with the repercussions of the Taliban coming back in. They were living a great life for like 20 years without them interfering, doing all this and that with their extreme ideology and stuff like that over there. It's just, it's a fucking crazy mess. And then seeing all these people trying to escape out and stuff, and you seeing like people trying to strap themselves to the fucking plane and they're falling out and shit. Shit is crazy, bro. Like, that shit is no joke.
Why don't we offer people from Afghanistan asylum the same way we offer Mexicans?
Well, that's, what do you mean, like Afghanistan people who helped us during the war? Like translators?
Just in general. Why wouldn't we offer their people asylum? Same thing as
Can't give everybody asylum.
True.
There's a lot of people.
I know. We don't have space, but
there's a lot of people who are trying to get over here, and we took as much as possible.
Yeah.
We can't.
But you know what the scary part is also too is like with this whole situation, you also have like the whole border situation right now down by Mexico and
the
whatnot.
Taliban's coming through the border.
Think about it.
You heard about that?
Now the Taliban got full control of their country. Now they're gonna be ready to mobilize and do fucking revenge and shit. Where do you think they're gonna go? Right through the border, through Mexico and shit like that, because they're not really like putting like a whole strict like watch down there and whatnot. So you're gonna have a couple of sleeper cells definitely sneaking into the country. There you go. You're gonna have another 9/11 happening in the country.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy, bro.
I was reading about that the other day on CNN.
Yeah.
And the other scary part is that doesn't China recognize the Taliban as a fucking government?
Yes. They just said that. They recognize them as a government.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about a country that still has slaves, and they also are involved with genocide. So let's talk about China. China's not perfect.
Nope.
China's far from perfect. China's got their shit too. They're not the squeakiest wheel. I mean, we are not either, by any means. But China also, there's no civil rights.
Yeah, there's that.
Look what they did in Hong Kong.
There was that whole situation where Disney was filming for Mulan. They were filming close by to that fucking area where they have people enslaved in camps and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Is a specific part of China that they have people
like
locked
a concentration camp
Yep.
yeah. All right, let me get into this because bear with me, everybody.
Dun,
Bear
dun.
with me because it's crazy that we are involved in the same situation like we were in Vietnam. This is exactly the same scenario. I want to also be on record because a lot of people give this guy shit, but I want to go on record and say I give credit to Joe Biden for pulling out the troops, to saying enough is enough. Get our men and women out of there. There's no reason an American soldier should lose their life for
On
people
foreign
who
soil.
don't want to fight. That's number one. So I give him credit.
Right.
But in the same breath, the way he went about the evacuation, complete and utter mess. Shameful mess. They left thousands of fucking ammo, guns, trucks. Who's going to use them now? Who's going to use them? There's
History-
videos now on TikTok of fucking Taliban inside bases.
History-
Making videos
It's
like
hi- it's history-
mocking
Its history tends to repeat itself. It's just like in the
But you
Iron
with-
Man movie, the Taliban was using Stark Industries weaponry against us.
So
Yeah.
now what do you have? You have a militarized government, as you will, because China is going to consider them as a government. And what are they going to do? Wreak havoc.
Yep.
That's all they're going to do. So let me start this off. This might be a little bit all over the place, but this is because Trill and I, we know a family member that has served overseas during 2004, 2005 when shit hit the fan with Iraq and Afghanistan and all this stuff. So we know as a family what it took for a soldier to go over there to fight for what they believed in. And, you know, and the families also had to make sacrifices as well when they went over to fight. And I'm just fed up with this fucking government, dude. We're not perfect, but bro, like this is crazy. So the government has failed us, the people. We have been deceived and fed countless lies throughout the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. Have we learned our lessons? Do we remember the outcome of Vietnam? All of us here can remember September 11th. Being New Yorkers, we saw the devastation and chaos that ensued. We were young, but we will never forget. We wanted vengeance. We wanted a payback. We wanted to unleash the dogs of war. The country banded together, all states and all citizens united as one. The Bush administration gave us our enemy. First it was Saddam Hussein in Iraq, then it was Osama bin Laden in Afghanistan. Our country was now at war with two Middle Eastern countries. We were told about the weapons of mass destruction, which was never found. No weapon of mass destruction was ever discovered. 20 years, 20 long years of an empire imperializing two foreign countries. Trillions of dollars spent by us, the taxpayers, in good faith to supply our men and women in uniform. We wanted our men and women to be well equipped to face the enemy, so they served bravely, honorably, and without hesitation. The total service member killed in action to date is at 2,448. An additional 3,846 U.S. contractors. All these souls perish. 4 administrations, 2 Republican and 2 Democratic presidential administrations failed us. Failed the men and women with flag draped over their caskets. Failed those that lost limbs, body parts, paralyzed, and those who struggle from post-war mental issues. For what? For what it's worth. Special interest, greed, power, oil. We will never understand the real truth for both wars. We will never know the extent of the truth. Maybe years later, like we learned the truth about Vietnam, trillions of tax dollars spent on Afghan military, all the training, all those years for the Taliban to take over everything we worked so hard for in 90 days. The Pentagon lied, saying the situation was under control, that the military was exceptional and that the government was ready to take the reign of the governing. All turned out to be untrue. The world is watching men and women trying to flee a country for safety, in fear that they don't know about their future, watching people fall off U.S. aircrafts after takeoff. I know the situation's all fucked up. There's a lot of moving pieces in place for me to comprehend the full story. This is what I do know. I know the Afghan military had no intentions in fighting. that their leaders would cower out and use the United States to become millionaires. I feel strongly that we, the people, need to slow down the military-industrial complex and start having oversight on our defense departments. The CIA, Pentagon, and the NSA are all to blame. How much longer can we stop wars to make corporations billions of dollars at the expense of young men and women? When money and power trumps a living soul, we've had enough. We need to stop our involvement in regime wars. They failed us. Enough is enough. I mean, this is literally, I've been for a whole week livid about the situation. It's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough. And I've been hearing this. I've been listening to a lot of people talk about the situation. But, I mean, we've had an uncle who was killed in action in Vietnam. Same situation. Mm-hmm. Same scenario.
Thing.
People they went over for Iraq and Afghanistan. They fought. And for the military just to be like, oh, yeah, we're done. We trained them for 20 years.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah.
All
They're
for
lying
what?
to us.
All for
They've
what?
always lied to us.
At the end of the day, it's literally, there's definitely probably a hidden agenda. There's money being made with all these military contracts. Like, I know Boeing made like a shit ton of money with one of the wars. I think it was the Iraq or in Afghanistan. There was Boeing and a couple other corporations that I saw on a list or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's war is just putting money in the pockets of the millionaires and the wealthy.
And we need to really start thinking about our future. I mean, we're all young here. We're paying, I mean, billions of dollars in taxes going to the defense budget. And now our enemy has a good majority of our weapons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And our trucks.
That's crazy to think about. Like,
And they have
just get
drones,
up and
bro.
leave, and you leave all this.
Yeah. You left your toys behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They left drones. $1 billion drones.
like the drones with the weapons on it.
Drones that cost billions of dollars.
Because I
We're
know they
left
have
behind.
those big ass drones that have like fucking missiles on them and shit.
Here's another question. Here's another thing, which is all fucked up in this whole society, which I can't wrap my fucking head around. And as much as people want to say they hate Trump, they dislike Trump, whatever the case may be, I didn't like the guy. I didn't vote for him. But I do want to say this. How is it acceptable for Twitter to allow the Taliban spokesman to be on Twitter, but ban the president of the fucking United States?
Wow.
Yeah, you
How
didn't know that?
shameful is that?
Yeah.
How fucking shameful is that?
The spokesperson is on Twitter, and then Trump is still banned.
That's not right.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Where do we go wrong?
That's crazy.
Think about that. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, this whole shit is all fucked up and
The president of
crazy.
the United States is banned off of Twitter, but the Taliban spokesman can literally is updating
His Twitter feed.
the Twitter feed,
Wow.
speaking on behalf of the enemy.
I don't know. I feel like something fishy going on.
They are the enemy. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
not even on behalf. They are the enemy.
And Twitter's allowing it. Twitter's just like, yeah, sure.
I don't understand that. I really don't understand that at all.
How fucking crazy is that?
I'm assuming the government hasn't said anything about it or talked to Twitter.
No.
Like,
It doesn't fit their narrative. It doesn't fit their narrative.
So we can silence Trump, but we can't silence
the enemy.
the Taliban, the enemy.
Of the United States.
And that's like a way of communication to all the other cells that could be anywhere around the world
Oh.
for them to see. So they're getting
All
like,
they gotta do is put out one stupid tweet.
yeah,
Like,
they're getting updates.
Like, today's the day, my friend. Something stupid
The
like that.
Taliban posted a video. A reporter asked the spokesman a question about freedom of speech. And he goes, you're going to ask us about freedom of speech. Why don't you go to Facebook and Twitter? Because they know everything about censoring freedom of speech. Is he wrong? Is he wrong, though?
Oh.
How fucking crazy is this?
You know, you can't say COVID on Instagram without that little box popping up at the bottom. If you just say the word COVID, that little box pops up.
Facebook, Instagram, this is the truth. We're more worried about
Go to
that.
this website to see the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, someone made a point about that that I saw. They were like, so Instagram spends money on developing a system that could analyze a post that's about COVID and have that.
Yeah.
But you don't have the money to put into a system about flagging shit that might be racist or anything else. You let that shit fly. People could just post a racist thing, but you can't post anything about COVID. The little thing pops up. That's kind of
like
crazy.
if somebody posts something racist,
Yeah.
there should be a box like saying,
or something. Yeah.
this guy's a racist.
Yeah.
That is true.
Someone made a point about that. I saw that today. I was like,
That
yo,
is true.
that is fucking wild to think about.
That
They
is
put
true.
money into developing a system to flag or scan out anything that has to be COVID related in a post, but you can't do that anything towards, I don't know, like sexual harassment or fucking racism or
why,
any of that.
how come
like
there's
that.
no sexual harassment box? There's a lot of sexual harassment on Instagram, you know? How come there's no sexual harassment box?
This is wild to me. This is wild.
I don't know, man. This the way we're going right now, and we also, I mean, we never talked about this specifically. I mean, we talked about censorship on the show, but we also need to realize we need to worry about what's going on in sense of censorship and them picking and choosing what you can and cannot say, because we're also broadcasting. We're also talking.
Yep.
So they could remove our freedom of speech and say, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. And they've already been doing that with the drug. Oh, I was about to say it. But, yeah, I can't say it. 'Cause then,
Voldemort.
the Voldemort
I
drug.
saw we got flagged for that one.
Yeah.
Even though we never named it. We're going to get flagged again, watch.
Yeah.
That shit is just wild to me. I'm like, it's literally in the Constitution, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to this country?
Like,
I don't know
what?
what's going on.
I don't understand. I really don't get it.
Me neither. I don't get it either.
Like, this country was built on all those
Principles.
things, those principles.
Yeah. And I
Now
feel
we're-
like we're just going back. We're not the country that we were supposed to be.
Some scary times, bro. That's all I gotta say. Some scary times.
Listen, I'm worried about 9/11 in a couple of weeks. Severely worried about that. 20
Anything
years?
can happen.
20 years? Now, with
And
this
that's
going
another
on,
thing. We went into this. We went into the war hungry. We were pissed off, and we were ready to go. We were like, all right, point us. The military's like, point us in the right fucking direction, and we'll take care of this.
Yeah,
And they did.
you point, we'll shoot.
And like I said, there's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of hands that got dirty, and generals walked out millionaires. A lot of people in the government walked out with a lot of money, and then they started going to these government contractors, to different companies, and they all became. And it's at the point where we are just greedy people with no backbone. The leaders of this country, it's just are leaders that don't care about people. They care about power and just money. And it's sad.
So Biden reversed his decision, right? We're going to go back in, I assume.
So he deployed about 3,000 or 5,000 troops over there to make sure the evacuation is going smoothly. Now that could be all fucking part of the plan, because shit could probably pop off.
Right.
And now shit pops off, he can be like, well, we're going to send more troops.
And we need a draft.
Well,
So who
essentially, we're
knows?
going to go back into another war and shit like that.
Then we stay there for another 20 years.
And then all these other companies profit off of it.
Because it's the military industrial complex, and they need the gear, they need the wheel to keep getting greased. And it's a never ending
And how
cycle.
convenient it is during COVID, where all these companies have been hit financially and whatnot. So we need to re-up on money. So what makes you money? War.
Jeffrey Bezos, we need you.
No, not that.
No, not Jeffrey Bezos.
Not
The
that.
economy booms when it's
Elon
war.
Musk.
Yep.
The economy booms when there's war.
Watch. It's already happening now. Look at all the fucking stock prices and shit like that on certain companies. They're
Inflation?
going up.
Oh, yeah.
They're going up. The stock prices.
Oh, yeah.
They're
I know.
slowly creeping up with all this shit going on in
And
this past
that
week.
was the biggest wealth transfer ever in history. It's during the pandemic. The biggest wealth transfer. But nobody wants to talk about that.
Nope.
The issue is they hide behind these certain things, these certain narratives, right? And the issue is that there's a class problem here. Mm-hmm. The middle class is disappearing before our eyes, right? People are living paycheck to paycheck. But like I said, you have these government contractors walking out, millionaires, and people are literally dying. You have soldiers, 18-year-old kids signing up, thinking that they're doing a service for their country, just to have what happened. Mm-hmm. And we lost to the enemy. We lost to the Taliban. They won. It's crazy. We've lived through a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like these big corporations, they pretty much like own our military and whatnot. If you really think about it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like they're like essentially not soldiers for the country. They're soldiers for these fucking big corporations.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
They're just chess pawns.
Yep.
And I think troops, veterans say that they do it for, they don't do it for that, right? I'll always defend them.
Yeah.
They're not doing it for that. They're doing it for the guys that they serve with, the men and women that they serve with.
And for the country.
And for the country. So they're literally, and it's just a job. So they're doing their job. They just deserve better than that. They deserve better than what the government's been doing.
And especially when they get out of service.
The government's not there.
Not there. They're like, all right, thank you for your service. And then they leave them stranded.
You know, it's actually an offensive term.
What?
I have a guy that I work with who was in the Marines, and he told me that is the most offensive term he ever receives on a daily basis. Thank you for your service. He hates that.
Yeah.
He said it's like saying the N-word to a soldier, because he's like, it's not service,
Yeah.
He told me he hates it.
Interesting.
Shit is wild.
So what's going to happen? We're going to go back, try to reverse the 20 years that just got removed?
You never know. He already deployed like 3,000 troops.
Or give another reason to start another war to
Yeah.
get into,
Just an excuse. For what? For 20 years, man. 20-year war.
That's crazy to think about. That shit is wild.
And you want to complain about this country? Did you see that video of these people trying to get on that plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Air Force
and you
One,
complain
right?
and you complain about living in this, and people complain about living here. Watch that video.
Yeah.
You think you have it bad?
Yeah.
People, think about that. People feared the Taliban so much that they were willing to hop on a plane knowing that they might die. And they did.
Yeah.
And they fell to their death.
Yeah.
They fell to their death.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Because they were so petrified.
Like literally when the plane was taking off, people were literally trying to strap themselves onto the plane just to get the fuck out.
And how do we know? Did you see the picture of the people that were actually on those planes, those big
What's the
cargo ships?
Yeah, they're like,
what is that?
I think
The C-
C-17s or the big ones. The big
Yeah,
ones.
the big
Where are we
guys.
taking those people?
Here or somewhere.
Yeah.
To another? No, they're taking them to other military bases
Outside?
around the country,
Around
around that
the-
area.
yeah.
That's where they're going. So they're taking a lot of like the refugees and dropping
Put
them
them in
off
the camp.
in some of like the military camps that are wherever they're going.
Great. More money spent on fences. I should invest in a fence company.
It's crazy, bro. It's wild, man. It's a wild time.
But you're right. Like, that's one thing that drives me crazy is when people like complain and bitch about the United States, and I just tell them, I'm like, oh yeah, go look at Mexico. Go look at Afghanistan. Do you want to wake up every morning and feel the cartel is going to kill you?
Yep.
Or do you want to wake up every morning and feel the Taliban is going to kill you?
That cartel be coming into those towns and shit and just wrecking havoc.
That's why I don't blame Mexico. I don't blame the people. You know, God bless them, the ones that make it over here, that cross river, sea, mountains, dirt, tunnels, whatever. You know, God bless them if they make it and they strive, you know. But then you come into a country that you're seeking asylum for, and we're just kind of like, we don't know what to do with you. We want to help you, but, you know.
Yeah, it's a sad time, man. It's a sad time.
It could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
It could be like in Russia and all that too.
Yeah.
Russia's crazy. Trying to think of like, could be in China. China's like that too.
Mm-hmm. But this is why we have to fight the government. This is why we have to fight the mayor of New York City. Mm-hmm. We have to get rid of these people. Mm-hmm. They're trying to control us. Mm-hmm. They're trying to tell us, oh, you have to be obedient. You have to listen to... No, listen. You just had the Taliban, who are farmers with weapons, beat the strongest military in the world. If that's not a perfect argument for the Second Amendment, I don't know what is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I just love how they pretty much like our government is going to these countries to try to free them from this like dictatorship type situation or whatever. But we're doing that here during COVID right now and whatnot.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
They're more worried about COVID here and striking down like an authoritarian government dictatorship. But meanwhile, they're doing the same.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. They try to fight people who are doing that, but we're like mimicking the shit back here right now.
Yeah.
With the whole COVID shit.
Makes no sense.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Where do we go from here? What's the end game?
Whoa. Yeah. Ooh. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
I'm just waiting for the whole world to just stand up from all this, like, these crazy governments and stand up as one people.
We have to. At one point, we have to. Right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about it when it's so corrupt that they say, yeah, you can, you have to vote. Your vote counts. And then you just see like some trickery shit that happens right in front of your face. Mm-hmm. And it's all part of the plan. And there's nothing you can do about it. But that's my 2 cents on Afghanistan. That's been bothering me the whole entire week. I just can't. I had
to get that off my chest.
I just can't stop shaking my head on how they just rolled in.
Yep.
No problem.
I had to get off my chest.
I was just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Like how did this happen? How did this happen? How did this happen? And that we pay taxes for us to leave our money sitting with the enemy.
Yep. We're paying for them to bounce out.
We're like kids in like a nursery, and or like a playground. We just left our toys.
The president of Afghanistan dipped. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He bounced. He said deuces.
Yeah.
The guy who was supposed to run the country was like, bro, I am out of here. Nobody knows where he's at. Disappeared. What? Gone.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wasn't there a video of him getting on a plane or something like that? And he was like, yo, I'm out.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah, he was getting on a plane and he dipped out.
He literally was like, I got no time for this shit.
So it's literally like the forever purge right now down in Afghanistan. Pretty much.
Oh, it's over. It's over. Wow. You think they give a fuck about what other people think about them?
No. Okay.
They're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do, like they've been doing since the 70s and 80s.
They've just been hiding in their caves, and now they came out. Just like I'm.
Not even that, bro. They were the regular people, Joe Schmoes, that were talking to the soldiers, and then. There's a deep hatred for Americans, especially when you go to a different country where they don't want you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Vietnam.
Yep.
What a world we live in.
I want fucking tax receipts, bro. I want to know where my money is going so I can opt out if I agree with it or not.
We should be able to do that. Opt out of taxes.
We should opt out of taxes.
Yeah.
That never happened in
pick and
history,
choose.
right?
Or no,
Back in
bro.
the day?
When you pay taxes, you don't know where your money's going.
But that never happened like back in the day when like the country was like coming together and stuff like that.
Yeah,
back in like 17 something.
Wesley Snipes figured out how. He's like, I'm not supporting this. Y'all can send me to jail.
Yeah, but we should get some type of tracking form of tracking to see where the government's spending our money.
Yeah. Imagine there's a war tax.
Probably is.
Probably is.
Bro, we spend the most out of every single country on the military. But you don't know where your money's going where the money's going.
I don't know.
You know what I found out? You know those Javelin rocket launchers?
Yeah.
Right?
The ones
You know how much
Oh, I
a
saw
round
the post.
costs?
Yeah, I saw the post.
$80,000.
Who are these companies that are charging us 80 grand and we're giving them this money for it? Like,
Military
But that's how they
Yeah,
get away
okay.
with it.
Contracts.
Government contracts
Yeah.
are golden. You get a war dogs. War
Yeah.
dogs knew it.
Yeah.
And you get a government contract. It's massive. They're going to pay for the lowest bidder, and they're going to give you the money automatically. Just produce.
for one. Mm-hmm. Now imagine how many of those we distribute.
Shit ton of those. Millions and probably like $1 trillion worth of fucking all that.
For every 4 soldiers is 1 javelin, I would say. For every 5 soldiers.
Yeah, that soldier's only making what $50,000 a year,
Uh-huh.
and the javelin costs one shell $80,000. So you mean
know what?
tell me when they're training these troops with a shell? Mm-hmm. Goodbye. Oh, another one. Goodbye. It was $160,000. Goodbye.
When they test them out and shit. It's fucking crazy.
You know what? How about instead of getting unemployed people, no offense, how about instead of paying people to sit at home, we pay soldiers after they get out? How about we give them their own wage? Just an after-war wage.
Pension.
I think they should make more money.
You should make
Like a
more money.
pension or something like that.
Like a pension.
Do they get pension or anything like that?
I don't know if they get a pension.
They get something after they leave, I think.
Maybe.
They don't get paid enough.
I don't really know.
They don't get paid enough.
They don't.
They don't.
Absolutely not.
You make less in the military than if you were to go to college and be a doctor.
But that's how they get you. If you're a kid from a poor country, poor city, and you want to better your life, and you can't get out of the slums, so what's your next option? Your best option is, let me sign up to the military because they get all these benefits, and you can better your life, or you could.
You could either be set for life or you could be fucked for life.
Yeah.
Depends.
But then when you come back and you did your term and all that, the country don't even help you out.
No. Sad.
Yeah, it's messed up.
There's no system when they come back to get them back on their feet.
And teachers don't get paid enough.
No.
Nope.
You know what I just found out? Totally bizarre mind. I was talking to someone the other day. When you're a teacher and summer happens, you don't get anything during the summer? Like no salary, no nothing? Like you don't get paid at all.
What do you mean?
So kids are out of school for what? 35 or 45 days for summer? As a teacher, you do not get paid anything for those 35 or 45 days.
You sure?
You sure?
Yes.
I don't
No,
think
Yes.
so.
no,
I
they get
spoke-
paid. They get
get
paid.
paid.
Sometimes.
I spoke to someone today who was an 8th grade teacher, and she was
Private?
telling me, she was telling me that they don't get anything.
I don't
Like,
know about
they
that. I'm
don't-
pretty sure they get paid.
Yeah.
My
maybe if you
old-
hit,
my
maybe you
old
hit like
roommates-
tenure or something.
My old
but-
roommates, they got paid
Huh? It's crazy.
in the summertime.
But they don't get paid enough either.
No. And they're educating our youth. They're educating our next leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Why is college expensive?
It's another business.
Because the government subsidizes the student loans.
It's
So when you know
all
the government's
business.
going to be paying it out, they can charge whatever the fuck they want.
Uh-huh.
And that's what they do.
It's all business, bro.
My thing is that you have these careers that don't make enough money like they should, but then you have a hedge fund manager transfer numbers around and be worth billions of dollars.
Shit is wild. Literally wild, bro.
playing around with people's money,
Yep.
and then lose it and not responsible.
Yep. Wow.
Oops, sorry, I just lost all these people, their jobs and their pensions or their shit.
But I still get paid a lot of money.
But yeah, I still got to take my plane to go to the Hamptons to play golf.
So fucking mind-boggling. The important jobs in the world don't get paid enough.
No?
They don't.
No. I still think EMTs need to make the most. EMTs need to have an equivalent salary to NYPD or FDNY, because $15 an hour for someone to save your life, for someone to drive a truck and have to be there within 2 minutes of you dying and be able to resuscitate you in a moving vehicle,
Nah,
and you want to give them $15 an hour?
That's wild.
No. And then you got these bitches at fucking McDonald's. I need $15 an hour. No, that's why we replaced you with machines, because your dumbass is not important. Mm-hmm. The people who save your life are important. Mm-hmm. I was never behind or believed in the whole, retail and McDonald's and fast food workers need 50. I would never believe that. I never believed they needed 15 or more an hour. Mm-hmm. They're replaceable.
But rent's going up.
Oh yeah.
Everything else is going up. So how can these people survive off of $7 an hour? And then you have some like restaurant workers that get paid $3 an hour.
Yeah.
They just depend on tips.
Yeah. I'm moving to Alaska. I'm going to Alaska. Screw it.
Going to Anchorage?
Anchorage. Going to Alaska, guys. Get me out of here.
Going to Hawaii.
Yeah. That's another good one.
Well, all right. Well, anything else?
I had a few things.
Well,
What's up with Kanye?
what about him?
Can he drop this damn album already?
No, it's still in the works.
Fucking guy.
Still in the works.
No, drop the fucking album, Kanye.
He's the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
The Phantom of the Stadium.
I'm pretty sure I saw there was a picture
Of someone standing up in the rafters.
during a game.
They were like, Kanye's like the Phantom of the Opera for this stadium.
Can he drop this album already? I didn't even watch the second.
Oh, I didn't get to watch it.
I didn't even watch it. The second time he did the, Can you just stop teasing?
Wait.
Stop teasing.
Gotta
Just
wait.
release it. He didn't do that with Wyoming. He just dropped it.
Gotta wait.
And then remastered it after the fact.
Gotta wait.
Drop it. And then, the craziest part was that Drake was supposed to release an album the same day that he was supposed to release an album. Drake never did it.
Drake got COVID.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he has COVID. Or he did it in the past
Because
couple
he's
weeks.
hooking up with Lizzo.
Oh, God.
That's what I heard. I don't know. That's what I heard.
You hooking up with Lizzo?
Yeah, she's claiming that she hooked up with. She had a relationship with
Drake? Oh, smokes. This
Wow,
dude.
boy, hooking up with Lizzo, porn stars.
Straight up lover boy.
Man,
Name of the album.
Oh, my God. I can't.
my man's out here doing it. He could get any chick he wants. That guy.
Him?
Okay.
Yeah.
Drake? Yeah.
Anyone. Any of them.
Don't matter.
He could just like be like, "You come." She's like, "Yes."
Yes. Yes, sir.
No, you know what's mind-boggling? Is that, this kid moved down to Puerto Rico, Logan Paul.
Do you know why he did that?
Yeah, for tax reasons.
It's a tax break.
Yeah.
If you were to buy property in Puerto Rico and live there for 6 months, there's some sort of tax break that you get.
Wait, he moved down there fully.
Genius.
Not just for the fight. He's down there just
good?
for
He
the
lives
tax
there.
benefits.
Genius. But I feel bad because his friend, let's call him a little person because I don't know what he likes to
Oh
be
yeah,
called.
I know who you're talking about.
I feel bad because he had to move out and he had to get his own place and he's very upset. But
I'm pretty sure he's well off too,
yeah,
so I don't feel bad for him.
he had a whole YouTube video about it. I was crying a little bit. It was sad.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
it was sad. I felt bad for the guy, like, because it's his best friend. I was like, why don't you just go to? He said he couldn't go to Puerto Rico with Logan.
Yeah, all those guys that he's dealing with that's on camera make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. They're well off. They're okay, Kenny.
Okay.
They're probably
good.
all living there with him in his $14 million house in Dorado, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so he's gonna stay there for 6 months.
Probably lives right next door to Bad Bunny or something like that.
Probably. Or Daddy Yankee.
Yeah.
I should have punched him when I saw him.
You saw him?
Yeah. up.
Really?
in Puerto
This
Rico.
is for KSI.
I should have been
Should've
like,
knocked him
yo,
out.
guess what? KSI is better than you.
He beat you.
What was he doing? He was just partying?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he probably made like 300,000 for that appearance.
In the hotel that we stood at the last time,
Yeah.
at the end of the trip, yeah, he was there.
What was he doing? Just chilling?
Partying.
He
Nice.
probably got 300K just for the appearance.
Oh, I don't even know if he was planned to be there, but I was just like, really? This nigga just walked into the hotel? I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Look at his life.
I was like, really?
Were people going up to him, or
I don't even think the Puerto Rican people even knew who the hell he was.
Like, who's this Banquito?
was he like with a whole entourage?
Who's this white guy?
Bodyguards? and
Vlogging
shit?
and everything.
Oh,
Really?
my
With the camera, yep.
God.
Yep.
We're gonna see Trill in the video on the floor.
I
Face
hope.
down.
I hope he went up to him. He's like, "Hey, listen, I got a podcast. It's gonna be better than yours one day."
Yep. Be like, yo, you want to fight?
You should have went up to his boy Mike and be like, "Yo, you're a bitch."
Who?
His boy Mike,
Who's that
who was
one?
dating the porn star.
He was.
He was dating
Mike
the porn-
Malek.
Is he there?
He was dating that. What was
That's the one that he does the podcast with,
Lot-
right?
lot-
Yeah,
Rhodes.
Lana Rhodes.
Oh, he
You
might
should
have been
told.
there.
You should have told him he's a bitch.
Should have.
Should have been like, "Yo, you a bitch for
Should
not,
have told him that.
not being with Lana Rhodes." Fucking gorgeous woman. She got pregnant though. She has a kid.
Who's the
now.
baby daddy?
Kevin Durant.
Drake.
Oh my god.
You heard about that, right? Kevin Durant.
Might be the baby daddy.
No, not the baby daddy. But he went out. He was going on a date with her, and brought up a backup chick.
Yep.
That's
A
that's
backup chick
yeah. To
Wait.
a date.
to a date?
Yeah.
Yep.
So he was meeting up with her, but then he had another chick waiting on the side. Yo, smart, bro. My man's out here playing chess.
I want to do that.
Well, bring up a backup date?
Yeah. I actually did that one time. One time I went on a date and I wasn't sure how good it was going to go. So I had a second girl on standby and she was like, "Oh, let me know when you want to hang out." So like as soon as that date was about to end, I was like, "Yo, you free?" I was like, "Come meet me at the bar."
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I think everybody's done that once.
Backup standby chick.
Yeah. The one who's always down.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else? There we go.
Shit, yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Last Slice Podcast. It's your boy Jim Little Kid. We got Tro Boy, Bodega Cat. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you like the content. And then we're also on Instagram at the Last Slice Podcast. Check us out. Thank you for tuning in. Later. Peace.
Thank you.